Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for following along this journey. In this video we have a roller coaster of runs. It's week 2 of marathon training and I have had highs and lows this week. I've managed to get nearly 50 miles in this week. I've had a long run, I've had a monstrous session on the treadmill, and it's been a good week, but let's get into it. Thank you for watching. In this week's video, I actually start off on Thursday. I had a busy week up to this point. I had planned on filming more stuff, but it just didn't happen. So we'll start off on Thursday in the park with the pram. Here we go. So it's Thursday and this week's been going well in terms of training. Sunday I done a bit of a session, ended up with about 12 miles. It was supposed to be 15 in total, but I didn't do the warm-up or cool down properly and I cut it 2 miles short. So that was that kind of progression run from 3 or 4 miles on at 7:30, then going a bit slower, then going a bit slower for a floating mile, and then back to 7:20, and then floating mile, then back to 7:10, that sort of thing. Then I done 6 mile easy on Monday night, which felt really hard after the session on Sunday. And then Tuesday I done 4 mile easy in the morning, and then 6 mile in the evening on the treadmill, and that was a bit of a session. So it was 8 times half a mile at 6:10 pace, and the last one, or the last 2, I really pushed it. I'm not sure what pace it was per mile, but in the gym I done on the treadmill, it said I was running at 340 per kilometre for all the reps, but the last one I was doing, I think it was 320. So I really pushed myself, and I've been paying for it ever since, because like I done 7 mile easy yesterday, which was super hard because my legs are so sore, and then I'm out with the pram. I'm out with the pram today doing 5 mile easy, which is just nearly over, and again my legs are absolutely cooked. Well, that's a good sign. I'm pushing it hard in training. I know whenever I push myself like that I see results. Whenever I take it easy I don't see results. Even threshold efforts, there's no point in me just doing speed work. I need to be doing threshold work. I need to be running at those steady paces as well as getting in easy runs. And for me, easy runs are more recovery runs, to be honest, whenever I'm in marathon prep, because whenever I'm not in season or not in prep, I absolutely love doing easy runs. And you know, yes, I can run easy and feel good and all the rest of it, but in marathon training I kind of use the easy runs more as a recovery. Apart from the odd long run that's easy, that's just me pushing through the boundary into longer miles, that's really it. But I've only half a mile to go here and I'm walking. I need to get this run finished, and then we'll talk about the rest of the week and then my nutrition plan moving forward. Alright, Sophie Bear. Back at the park today. I meant to do the rest of that video last night and it didn't happen. Thought I had a flat wheel. Maybe I do. Here's the front. I'd meant to do more of the video last night and didn't happen. So it's now Friday, one day on, and I'm back at the park for another run with the child in the pram. My wife's working again today, so I have the joy of having Sophie all day. We've had a great day so far. It's just lunchtime, she was absolutely shattered there, so need to get her to sleep, and no better way of getting her to sleep than putting her into this pram and going for a run. So I'm going to do 6-7 miles here, and yeah, we'll talk about what I plan to do with my nutrition over this marathon prep, because it's quite important. But let me get going first. Running with a pram never gets easier. So this is how much I pushed myself, and Tuesday night I know I pushed really hard because it's now Friday and I'm still feeling the effects of that. I should be doing another session today. Well, I should have been doing a session yesterday, but I didn't. I just ran easy with the pram, and I have to do the same today. I'm going to do my long run tomorrow, I think. So let's talk about nutrition and my weight. So I'm currently 77 kilograms, and that's after probably losing a kilogram since Christmas, maybe a bit more. Just stop. So I've lost about probably about 1.5 kilograms since Christmas. I would love to get down as close to 70 kilos as possible for the marathon. I know that's a big ask. I would love to do it. I haven't been at that weight since late teens. I just think that would help in terms of, you know, that's over a stone in weight. It should help. They say for every pound you lose, you gain 2 seconds. So, 2 seconds per mile. So like, I should be able to lose a good bit of weight and help get my, even 20 seconds per mile, 30 seconds per mile would be an absolute dream to get down. But even if it was to make the difference of 20 seconds per mile, that would be awesome. So that's the plan. How am I going to get there? Well, I'm going to change my diet up even stricter. I have changed it in the last few weeks. I've cut out crap, basically, as much sugar as possible, but it's not perfect, and I haven't been counting calories or anything like that, so I'm going to change up a wee bit. I'm going to finish this run, and then we'll talk about what meals I'm going to eat to try and lose this weight, and what my target calorie intake per day will be. So can't walk too much further. I need to get this run finished, get the child back for something to eat before I pick the kids up from school, so let's go. Hopefully the next time I'm talking into camera, it's not another day past and another run with the pram. Hopefully not. So now would be a good time to talk about the nutrition part of this video. I obviously have said that I'm going to try and lose or shed a few kilograms coming up to Manchester Marathon. I would love to drop down. 7 would be the ultimate goal. I would love to be in around 70. I think it's just a guess, but I think I would have a lot more fat stripped off me at that weight. And I could probably go lower, but that's a longer term goal. And to be honest, I'm not really focused on weight as such. I just want to feel healthier. I want to have less fat around my gut. And I do think that being lighter would help me run a faster marathon. But how am I going to do that? Well, I've tried this a few times. If you haven't followed along this journey so far, I was 92 kilograms a few years ago, and I'm now sort of fluctuating between 75 and 78. I was 78.5 just before Christmas, or just around Christmas time. I'm now sitting just at the top end of 76 to 77. After having a couple of not bad weeks since Christmas, I definitely have lost a few pounds, I think. But anyway, I've got a long way to go. And how I plan to do this is very similar to the way I've done it before. I've always been able to diet in stages. Like, I've never been able to hold it for so long. Like, I went from 92 kilograms to 86 in the first phase, something like that. Then I dropped down to 82. Then I had dropped down to 75. And I've sort of crept back up to 77, 78 and stayed there for the last year or so. But I have been able to go through 6-8 weeks before where I've kept it super clean. And in times past, like last year, me and my wife followed a diet, and it was good. There was a lot of work in it, but I didn't. Looking back, I don't think I would do it again. Put it like that. And this time, I really want to focus on high protein and fueling for the race proper, fueling for my sessions properly. So what I plan to do is just keep the protein high. I have protein shakes there, so I'll be able to take them once or twice a day. And I just want to try and get a lot of chicken, a lot of fish, and a lot of beef into my diet. I want to try and keep the vitamins and minerals high in the diet too, because I have been taking a lot of colds over the last year or two, and I'm not sure why that is, but I just don't want to be lacking in nutrients while I'm in marathon training, and I definitely don't want to be lacking in energy and nutrients and vitamins and everything while I'm in marathon training, because number one, I don't want to get sick, but also I know how taxing marathon training is in your body, and you really don't want to be, I don't want to be lowering my chance, or sorry, I don't want to be making my chances greater of being sick. And I don't want to look sick either. Like I want to be healthy. This isn't about losing weight and running a faster marathon. Yes, I want to run a faster marathon, but I want to look healthy and I want to feel healthy as well. And that's the ultimate goal. So I'm going to keep the protein high. And I think on days where I'm on easy days and recovery days, I'll be able to keep that the carbs down a bit. And then on sort of the night before or day before a session, I do plan on sort of upping the carbs a wee bit, and on the morning of a session, upping the carbs to try and keep fueled for those runs, in particular long runs. I can do shorter sessions pretty good on lower carbs, but the longer ones I definitely need a higher amount. So in my calculations of what I've seen online, I'm not an expert in this. I really don't know everything about it, but I have, researched it, and I have lost weight before, so I want to try my best to go for like a 600 calorie a day deficit, and that was just like an online calculator that I done. Hopefully 600 calories over sort of 10 or 12 week period would help me to drop down close to 70 kilograms. If I could run Manchester Marathon at the end of April around 70 kilograms, I would be absolutely, I think that would be a perfect goal. I plan on monitoring how I feel throughout that process. So if I start to feel frail and too light and too low in energy, then I will just change my plans and go back to, fueling more, whatever I need to do. So it will be trial and error, and I don't want to mess things up at the end of the day. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. That's the plan anyway. Okay, let's get back to the video. I've got more to share from the next day when I was out for another run. Saturday morning, and I've got 2 times 4 miles at 7-minute mile pace on the cards for today. Probably run about a mile and a half of a warm-up, usually around 12 minutes, and then I'll do 4 miles at 7-minute mile pace, then a half-mile float at 8-minute mile pace or 8:10, and then another 4 miles at 7-minute per mile pace, and then cool down just hopefully about a mile to a mile and a half home, and then that's it. Probably head out for the day. It's currently, I think it's like 10:30, so it can't be too long, otherwise the day's gone. So let's go. So 4 miles done at 7-minute per mile pace. Just on a half-mile float, and then I've got four to do back again. Hey Murphy. Don't want to say that was a struggle, but it was a struggle. But 2 times 4 miles done. 7-minute mile pace. My watch was messing up a wee bit, so I'm not sure if I met all the paces. I probably went a wee bit fast on some, but anyway. Good stuff. Been trying to take protein after a run, especially anything with any intensity, because like my body is taking its time to recover, and hopefully that helps. I have been taking creatine in the morning for I've probably been taking it for a year or so, so I don't know if that helps or not. Okay, so here we see first mile was 8:12 pace, and then I had 7:10, 6:57, 6:52, 6:59. Then I had half mile float, and I'm not really sure what that was because the half mile float was in, but then I slowed down. That's whenever the wind was in my face. 7:09, 7:11, 7:08. The wind definitely made a difference. The average is out, like I was a bit fast on a few miles, so yeah. All in all, that was a good run. Whenever the wind was on my back and I was doing like 6:57, 6:52, 6:59, like my heart rate was sort of probably average 160, 162. And then it's similar on the way back, I suppose, 160, 161, 165 on the last one there, but that was with the uphill. So all in all, I think I'm in a pretty good place. And around 7 minute mile pace on a flat road, no wind, my heart rate would probably be, I'd say 160. And I need to get probably 15 seconds per mile faster, and my heart rate to be in around there, which hopefully through the next few months will happen. Anyway, that's that for the day. All good. What are you doing? Yeah? Hey Murphy. Pretty sure that's not the way you're supposed to play hockey.
What?
One-handed.
You're like some people are in the wind. Some people go like.
I know. What's going on? Just out for another walk with the wee one. She is fast asleep, and I wish I was in there. Hang on, I just need to drop this pram. I wish I was in there sleeping. Last night was just, every night is just a struggle with this wee one getting up, particularly between the hours of 12 and 3. I say between them hours because she does get up after that, but my wife tends to sort her out after that. So I've been going to bed too late. I admit that. I should be going to bed earlier, but I'm usually just falling asleep and have to get back up again, and even though she's not up for very long, it's just that broken sleep. But I have her out for a walk and she's sleeping in the pram Saturday afternoon, and yeah, do you know what, I had a good run this morning. The 2 times 4 miles went well, and it's just made me think, for being 4 months out, no, hang on, 3.5, just over 3 months until Manchester Marathon, and today I was able to do 2 times 4 miles at 7-minute mile pace, and my heart rate was at just sort of low 160s, I would say average, which is good because, you know, I can build upon that, and as I mentioned before, I can hopefully shed a few kilograms, and that will help with the running. So this time last year I was thinking about a 3-hour marathon, and you know, I should have been looking at the statistics and the shape that I was in and realising that it was just a bit too far. This time I don't believe it is too far. I think I can do it, but it's going to take a lot of hard work, a lot of consistency, I will need to lose that weight. I will need to drop a few kilograms at least. Hopefully 5 to 7 kilograms I can get down, and I think that should make a difference. I do believe I can, if I'm able to work hard and stay consistent, I should be able to get under 3 hours for the marathon at the end of April. Now there's a few considerations to take in. Number one, the training has to be consistent, and that needs to stay throughout the whole block. It's okay to miss the odd run, but like, you know, the long runs and the tempo runs are just so crucial. I do believe the long run is the most important run of a marathon block, and you know, if I can build on what I've done today, like I know next week I have on my plan 3 times 4 miles, but I know that I am doing a 10k next Saturday, so I think my coach just forgot I was doing that, so maybe leave it. I'll have to just leave that one to do the 10k, but the week after that I know I've got even a further long run, maybe 15 miles or something. I've been working a lot around that 7 minute mile pace, that 7 minute per mile pace, and it is starting to feel a bit easier. I done the right thing this week by skipping a speed session. It was just, my legs were too sore after Tuesday. I was supposed to do hills or something on Thursday, and I was just too sore, and I ran those easy miles. It was the right thing to do, and I'm just saying this to say that this consistency needs to stay for the next 3 months, or maybe 14 weeks. I should be able to bring my fitness on, and hopefully come race day I'll be in that shape. Now there's also things to take in about race day, like it's the end of April. It could, like in the UK, I know here in Northern Ireland, like end of April is normally, you know, it's not that warm, but we do get the odd time where it's, you get, you know, a warm week just out of the blue. And coming off a winter block, it's hard to run in a lot of, you know, in the warm weather whenever you're used to the cold. So the weather can play a factor on race day. There's different things. I don't know when I'll fly in. I don't know, like I have this notion, maybe it's the wrong way to do. I might fly in quite late the night before, because it's only a 40-minute flight from where I live in Northern Ireland over to Manchester. There's a 9:30 flight the night before, and it would maybe help with family life and different things. Like I'm photographing 3 or 4 weddings that week, and then it's going to be a busy week. My legs could be sore. I don't know if being up in the flight would affect that. If you know anything about that, you could maybe let me know. I know my wife said that to me about the last marathon. She thought my legs were maybe dead because of the flight the day before. It is only a 40-minute flight, but does that make any difference? Is going up to 30,000 feet or whatever in a plane, does that affect your legs in that way? I don't know, but it's something to consider. If I can get an afternoon flight, at the minute there's only 2 flights over to Manchester. There's early morning, late night, and I don't want to do the early morning because I'll have been photographing a wedding the day before and the day before that, so I'll be super tired, and the thought of getting up at 5:30 to go and get a flight, I'll just be shattered. So I'll look out for a later flight, and if not, I might just do the one the night before. But all that can come into play, and yeah, it's just one of those things. Like you say, you know, I'm not setting myself up for, you know, running a good marathon with all these being so busy that week and having a late night flight the night before or whatever. But like, it's just the way my life is. I'm busy, I have a family, I can't go out 2 days before, and again, it is only a 40-minute flight, but who knows, we'll have to look into that. So with that being said, do you know what, happy, excited to see what I can do next week. I'm going to make a video next week about the 10k that I'm racing, and yeah, hopefully that goes well. But in terms of pace, I'm just not sure what I'll be able to stick. Like there's days I go out and I can run well, and those days are few and far between at the minute. So I don't know if, like, I would love to be able to go out. I would love to break 40 minutes in 10k. Whether I'm fit for that or not, I don't know, but I'm going to try. And it's one of those things where you just go out on the day, and if you can't If I don't feel well, I'll just not be able to do it. I might slacken off, but if my legs are in good enough shape, if I feel strong enough, I should be able to do it. So there you are. Right, get back into the house. I'm dandering about here as if I've got nothing to do. But all good. I'm away again. So that's it for another video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. As mentioned in the video, I am going to be doing a 10k race next week, and I will be filming that as much as I can. Yeah, hopefully that goes well, and I hope to see you in this next video. I do have a couple of more reviews coming out, so I would like to be able to up my game in terms of the amount of videos that I'm posting. I would like to get that 1,000 subscribers as quickly as I can. So if you could like and share this video and subscribe to the page, that would be a massive help to me. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much, and see you later.